Mm. Mm. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. Did you all hear the introduction? Can you all hear me? We have a see the comment. Okay. Hello Dickie, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. I'm glad you made it. Okay, it is an honor to have you here, Dickie. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And okay. Anybody, can you all hear me? Okay. Because it seemed like I had trouble with the sound at the very beginning of when I did the Okay, okay. Hello, Melinda. Um, love you too. Um, welcome to Portugal tonight. Thank you. And can you all hear me? All right. Okay, let me know if you all can't hear me. Okay. I hope everyone had a great week this week. Okay, and there, remember, if you remember, like I said before, anybody who comes on the show, comes on here, you all will get a certificate from me. It probably okay. I realize now I will never get it all done by in May. Okay. Hello, Soul Angel. Okay. Okay. And welcome, Soul Angel. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you very much, Soul Angel. Okay. Hello, Kim. Love you too, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay, and like I said before, all y'all in the audience right now and viewing this, I will be putting your name down, marking your name down. You will be getting a certificate from me for supporting me on here. And this is for the Poetry Club Poetry Month. April is a Poetry Month. So happy Poetry Month. It probably won't be till June when I get it all done because it's going to take me a long time to. I'm still working on it. I haven't had a chance to get back to it all this week and writing everybody's name down who posted in the Poetry Club. So it's a lot of work. So I apologize. I'm going to get back. It probably be, I don't know. I know it won't be in May now, and I'm trying to get it all done and by June. And please be patient with me. I will get it done because I am determined to, and I'm not giving up. Thank you all for. Okay. Okay. Um. Money has. Okay. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. Mhm. Um, Kim, Dickie's on Dickie's on YouTube. He's watching it from YouTube. Mhm. Okay. Um, and and Jennifer said, "Hello, Noreen Snyder. Happy Poetry Month." Hello, Jennifer, and happy Poetry Month to you too. And welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Um. Hello, Robbie. Thank you very much, Robbie. I'm glad you can hear me. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor. Is honor. It is an honor. To have you here. Thank you. Um, and Melinda said, "Where are you, Dickie?" Dickie's on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. Um, okay. Let me see if I can get to it, and I can give you. Well, I won't. Well, he's on YouTube channel. Okay. 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 And so Angel said, "Happy Poetry Month to all of you." Thank you, Soul Angel, and happy Poetry Month to you too. Okay, Dickie said home. Okay. Okay. And and I wanna if and Tom Cartwright and Sunflower listening, I will be sending you all prizes. You're all prize to you on the 30th of April. And that's when my pop-up tab will take me to the post office into the grocery store. So I hope y'all have. Sorry about the delay, and I will be mailing it out to you then. Okay, thank you all. Okay, now as you all know, I finished reading The Two Gentlemen of Verona last week, last Saturday, and I'm going to start A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'm going to be reading from The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, Volume 1. Okay. Okay. And I will be reading the introduction. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, like I said, I want to make sure everybody heard me now. Y'all, anybody who's here, when y'all come on here, for the month of April, everybody's here, and when you post on the portal, you get a certificate from me. Be it probably won't be till. Okay, this is eight. I probably won't get it done by June. And if it's gonna take longer, wait. Oh. Dickie said lost sound. Oh. And Robbie said I still have it on my end. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Robbie, and thank you, Dickie. And Dickie must been your end then, because Robbie said he can still hear it. Okay. So I'm hoping if it's going to be later, I will let you all know because I will not give up, and I will make sure I give everybody certificate. It's going to take me a long time because I didn't realize how many of y'all, but I will do it. Okay, okay, okay. Midsummer's Night's Dream. It was written about 1593 to 1594. Introduction. A Midsummer Night's Dream is a strange, youthful poet's fancy. What is perhaps most remarkable about the play is the harmonious blending and in it of widely different elements. It is as if threads of silken splendor were run together in its texture with a yarn of a hempen homespun, and both these with lines of dewy gossamer and filaments. Plutarch, or in Spenser's Knight's Tale, filaments drawn from the moonbeams. Oh, wait a minute, you all. You know what? Hold on. I forgot people on the If you're on the Poetry Club, I can't even get it. I can't even connect it to it. So now let me get back and connected it manually. I had to share it on the Poetry Club, so people on the if you're in the Poetry Club, so you can watch it too. I'm sorry. Um, I should have thought of that. I apologize for stopping. I don't want. Okay. The way Facebook is now, I only can I only can do my page, and um, so now I'm going to have to share it to the Poetry Club. Um, oh. Okay. 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 I think I got it now. Okay. I'm sorry. I okay. In North Plutarch, or in Chaucer's Night Tale, Shakespeare may have found the figures of Theseus and his Amazonian bride. From Chaucer also, wife of Bastel, may have come the figure of the elf queen, though not her name, Titania, and the story of Pyramus and Thisbe. See Chaucer's Legend of Good Women. This last, however, taken from Golding's translation of Ovid's Metamorphoses. Oberon, the Fairy King, had recently appeared in Green's play The Scottish History of James the Fourth. Puck, under his name of Robin Goodfellow, was a roguish sprite well known in English fairy lore, fondly in Montemeyer's Diana, which Shakespeare had made acquaintance with before The Two Gentlemen of Verona was written. Occurred some incident which may have suggested the magic effects of the flower juice laid upon the sleeping lover's lids. Taken a little from this quarter and a little from that, Shakespeare created out of such slight materials his marvelous dream. The marriage of Duke Theseus and Hippolyta, who are classical in name only, being in reality romantic medieval figures, surround the whole, as it were, with a magnificent frame. Theseus in Shakespeare's action. His life is one of splendid achievement and of joy. His love is a kind of happy victory. His marriage a triumph. From early morning, when his hounds, themselves heroic creatures, fill the valley with their musical confusion, until midnight, when the Athenian clowns end their very tragical mirth with a mask dance. Theseus displays his joyous energy and the graciousness of power. In contrast with him and his warrior bride. The figures of the young lovers look slight and graceful, and their love perplexities and errors are seen to be among the minor and remediable afflictions of the world. The mirth of the lover's part of a midsummer night's dreams turns chiefly upon the incidents, and therefore, as with the brothers and Antipholus in the Comedy of Errors, differences of characters are not made prominent. Here, as in the Errors, there are entanglements and cross purposes. The one play has been named The Mistakes of the Day, and the other The Mistakes of the Night. But the difference lies deeper than such names intimate. For in the Errors, the confusion is external to the mind. Here it is internal. In the Errors, the feelings of the actors remain constant, but the persons toward whom they are directed take the place, unobserved, one of another. Here the persons remain constant, but their feelings of love, indifference, or dislike are at the mercy of mischief-making accident. As the two extremes of exquisite delicacy, of dainty elegance, and on the other hand, of thick-witted grossness and clumsiness, stand the very tribe in the group of Athenian handicraftsmen. The world of the poet's dream includes the two, a Titania and a notion the weaver, Obalum the weaver, and can bring them into grotesque conjunction. No such fairy poetry existed anywhere in English literature before Shakespeare. The tawny elves, to whom a cowslip is tall, for whom the third part of a minute is an important division of time, have a miniature's perfection which is charming. They delight in all beautiful and dainty things, and war with things that creep and things that fly. If they be uncomely, their lives are gay with fine frolic and delicate revelry. Puck, the jester of fairyland, stands apart from the rest. The recognizable lob of spirits, a rough, fawn-faced, shock-pated little fellow, a very Shetlander among the gossamer-winged, dainty-limbed shapes around him. It has been conjectured that A Midsummer Night's Dream was written to grace the wedding of some noble person, Southampton, who was married in 1598, or Essex, who was married in 1590, but these dates are the one too late, the other too early. A passage, Act 2, Scene 1, line 88 through 118, and which Titania describes a recent ill seasons, wintry summers, flood, and fog, would very aptly correspond with the disastrous years 1593 and 1594. Perhaps we may incline towards 1594 as the date of the play. It contains a large proportion of rhyming lines, but the character of the play naturally calls for this. It has the gaiety, the fancifulness, and the want of either deep thought or pageant which we might expect in an early drama. It was probably acted before Elizabeth. The praise of single blessedness. Act 1, Scene 1, line 74 through 78, may have been designed to please the ears of the maiden queen. And Oberon's vision. Act 2, Scene 1, lines 148 through 168, contains a splendid piece of poetical homage to her. The fair vestal thrown by the West is certainly Elizabeth's. Two quarto editions of the play, of which a second was probably pirated, were issued in the year 1600. And that was the end of the introduction. A dramatis personae. You have Theseus, Duke of Athens, Aegeus, father to Hermia, Lysander, Demetrius, in love with Hermia, Philostrate, master of the rebels to Theseus, chains, chains a carpenter, Demetrius, Oberon, king of the fairies, Titania, queen of the fairies, Peas Blossom, Cobweb, Moth, and Mustard Seed, in attendance on Theseus and Hippolyta. Okay, now I'm going to start, and this one, scene one. Is in Athens, the palace of Theseus, straight and attendants. The now fair Theseus. Now fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring another moon. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue. Hippolyte. 4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly bring away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities. Theseus, you feel straight, stir up the Apian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn him is not for our pomp. Exit Philostrate. Hippolyta, I would woo thee with my sword, and woo and won thy love, doing these injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling. Enter Aegeus, Hermia, Lysander, and Demetrius. Aegeus, happy be Theseus, our renowned duke. Theseus, thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee? Aegeus, full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her windows sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweet meats, messengers of strong prevalment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness, and my gracious duke. Be it so, she will not hear before your grace. Consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case. Theseus. What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power. In this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held, looked but with my eyes. Theseus, rather your eyes must with his judgment look. Hermia, I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence, here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case. If I refuse to wed Demetrius, Theseus, um, Theseus, either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the life livery of a nun, for A, to be in shady cloister nude, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is a rose distilled than that which witherings on the virgin the thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness. Okay, hello, Doreen, and welcome, Doreen. Welcome to the Portrait Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay, thank you. Okay, mm, okay, mm, okay, mm, okay. And you're very welcome, Doreen. Okay. Are you feeling better? I hope you're feeling better. Okay. Um. Uh-oh. Um. 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 Hermia. So will I grow. So live. So die, my Lord. Ere I will yield my virgin, my soul consents not to give sovereignty. Theseus, take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and thee, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius for a austerity and single life. Demetrius. Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lusander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right. Lusander, you have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him, Aegeus? Scornful Lusander, true he hath my love, and what is mine, she is mine, and I do it unto Demetrius. I am, my lord, as Demetrius, and wishes more than all these vows can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Netter's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoted and inconstant man. Theseus, I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come you, Aegeus. You shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself to fit your fancy to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves. You know, okay, um, Doreen said, not really, but okay. And and I'm not sure what is going on with me. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Doreen. I'm praying for you that you get better and you have a complete recovery. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Um. Oh. 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 Um. Oh. Oh. Um. Oh, here I'm at. E, Aegeus, with duty and desire we follow you. Exit all but Lusander and Hermia. Lusander, how now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance of roses there do fade so fast? Hermia, belike for want of rain, which I could well between them. Me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood. Hermia, O cross, too high to be enthralled too low, Lusander, or else it stood upon the choice of friends. Hermia, O hell, to choose love by another's eyes, Lusander, or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness, delay seized to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the calling night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man have power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, Bright things come to confusion. Hermia, if then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love, as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers, loose under. A good persuasion, therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Apian law cannot pursue us, if thou lovest me thou. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood 1 league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee. Hermia, my good Lusander, I swear to thee, by Cuba's strongest vow, by his best arrow with a golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, and number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee. Lusander, keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena. Um, okay. Um, you're very welcome, Doreen. Okay. Um, enter Helena. Um, Hermia. Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away? Helena. Call you me fair? That fair again on say. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when the hawthorn buds appear, sickness is cashing. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia. Ere I go, my ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius be invaded, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart. Hermia, I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. Helena, oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill. Hermia, I give him curses, yet he gives me love. Helena, oh, that my prayers could such affection move. Hermia, the more I hate, the more he follows me. Helena, none but your beauty would that thought were mine. Hermia, take comfort, be no more shall see my face. Lusander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lusander see, seeing Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell. Lusander, heaven to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in her watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal. Through Athens' gates have we devised to steal Hermia, and in the wood were often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, in pliant and emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There might pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till tomorrow, deep midnight. Lysander, I will, my Hermia, exit Hermia. Helena, adieu, as you on him, Demetrius dote on you. Exit. Helena, how happy some over some can be. I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged, Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure on he haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is preserved everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he held down oaths that he was only mine. And when this held some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved in showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I too enrich my pain, to have his sight hither and back again. Exit. Okay. Okay. On the scene two, Athens' king's house. Enter kings, snug bottom, flute, snout, and starveling. Kings, is all our company here? Bottom, you were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script. Here is a scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night. Bottom, first, good Peterkins, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point. Kings, merry our play is, the most in the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe. Bottom, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peterkins, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves. Kings, answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver. Bottom, ready. Name what part I am for and proceed. Kings, you, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus. Bottom, what is a Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant? Kings, a lover that kills himself most gallant for love. Bottom, thou wilt act some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, Let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure to the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Urkel's rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from afar, and they can mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Urkel's vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling. Kings, Francis Flute, the bellows mender. Flute, here, Peter Kings. Kings, Flute, you must take Thisbe on you. Flute, what is Thisbe? A wandering knight? Kings, it is a lady that Pyramus must love. Flute, nay, faith, let me play a woman. I have a beard coming. Kings, that's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will. Bottom, in my may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear. Kings, no, no, you must play bottom. Well, proceed. Kings, Robin Starveling, the sailor. Starveling, here, Peter Kings. Kings, Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker. Snout, here, Peter Kings. Kings, you powerless father, myself, Thisbe's father, Smug the joiner, you the lion's part, and I hope here the play fitted. Smug, Snug, have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study. Kings, you may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring. Bottom, let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again. Kings, and you should do it terribly, do it too terribly. You would frighten the duchess and the lady, that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all. All, that would hang us every mother's sob. Bottom, I grant you, friends, if that you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as harvest, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day. Those lovely gentlemen like man, therefore you must need play Pyramus. Bottom, well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in? Quincy, why what you will. Bottom, I will just beard, your grain beard, or your French crown color beard, your perfect yellow. Kings, some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play their face. But masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not. Bottom, we will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu. Kings, at the Duke's Oak we meet. Bottom, enough. Hold or cut bowstrings. Exit. And that was the end of Act One. And so I will read Act Two next Saturday. Okay, and I've been reading from the complete works of William Shakespeare, Volume One. I'm reading the play A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. Okay, and I hope you all been enjoying it too. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, what happened here? Um, oh. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna read. Okay. A Vision of Poets by Elizabeth Ner- Er- Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and I'm reading the conclusion of it now. We're toward the end of it, but we still have a ways to go. Let's see. Okay. And it says here the conclusion. Life trees on life and heart on heart. We press too close in search and marked to keep a dream or grave apart. And I was weary of walking down that same green forest where had gone the poet pilgrim. One by one, I traced his footsteps from the east, a red and tender radiance pressed through the near trees until I guessed the sun behind the shone folding round, while up the leafness profound a wind scarce old enough for sound stood ready to blow on me when I turned that way, and now and then the birds sang and break off again to shake their pretty feathers dry of the dew sliding droppingly from the leaf edges and apply back to their song. Twigs drew dew and bird, so sweet a silence ministered. God seemed to use it for a word. Yet morning souls did leap and run, and all things at the least had won a joyous insight of the sun. And and Kim said, doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. I sure appreciate it. Okay. And no one, looking around the wood, could help confessing as he stood, this poet God is glad and good. But hark, a distant sound that grows, a heaving sinking of the boughs, a rustling murmur, not of those, a breezy noise, which was not breeze, and white-clad children by degrees stealed out in troops among the trees. Fair little children, morning bright, with faces grave, yet soft to sight, expressive of restrained delight. Some plucked the palm boughs within reach, and others lift up high to catch the upper boughs and shake from each a rain of dew till wetted so. The child who held the branch let go, and it swang backward with a flow of faster drippings. Then I knew the children laughed, but the laugh blew from its own chirrup, as might do a frightened songbird, and a child who seemed the sheep said very mild, "Hush, keep this morning undefiled." His eyes rebuke them from calm spheres. His soul upon his brow appears, and waiting for more holy years. I called the child to me and said, "What are your palms for?" "To be spread," he answered, "on a poet dead. The poet died last month. and now had strewn on his new marble tomb in a procession of the town. I sighed and said, did he foresee any such honor? Verily, I cannot tell you, answered he. But this I know, I fain would lay my own head down another day, as he did with the fame away. A lily a friend's hand had plucked, lay by his deathbed, which he looked as deep down as a bee had sucked. Then, turning to the lattice, gazed over hill and river, and upraised his eyes, illumined and amazed with the world's beauty up to God, re-offering on their iris broad the images of things bestowed by the chief poet. God, he cried, be praised for anguish which has tried, for beauty which has satisfied, for this world's presence, half within and half without me, thought and seen, the sense of being and having been. I thank thee that my soul hath room for thy grand world. Both guests may come, beauty to soul, body to tomb. I am content to be so weak, put strength into the words I speak, and I am strong in what I seek. I am content to be so bare before the archers everywhere, my wounds being stroked by heavenly air. I lay my soul before thy feet, that images of fair and sweet should walk to other men on it. I am content to feel the step of each pure image. Let those keep to mandragore who care to sleep. I am content to touch the brink of the other goblet, and I think my bitter drink a wholesome drink, because my portion was assigned wholesome and bitter. Thou art kind, and I am blessed to outgive. I grieve not that I once did grieve in my large joy of sight and touch, beyond what others count for such. I am suffered much. Okay. Get me some drink first. Okay. Um, I know is all the mourner saith. Knowledge by suffering endureth, and life is perfected by death. The child spake nobly, strange to hear. His infantine, soft accents clear, charged with highest form and face, winged out with whiteness and pure grace. From the green darkness of the place, behind his head a palm tree grew, an orient beam which pierced it through, transversely on his forehead drew the figure of a palm branch brown, traced on its brightness up and down, and fine fair lines a shadow crown. Guido might paint his angel so, a little angel, taught to go knit, and his whole bearing strong and sweet. And all the children, the whole band, did round in rosy red. And so he died, I whispered. Nay, not so, the childish voice did say. That poet turned him first to pray in silence, and God heard the rest, twixt the sun's footsteps down the west. Then he called then he called one who loved him best. Yea, he called softly through the room. His voice was weak, yet tender. Come, he said, come near. Let the bloom of life grow over, undenied, this bridge of death which is not wide. I shall be soon at the other side. Come, kiss me, so the one in truth who loved him best, in love, not ruth, bowed down and kissed him mouth to mouth. And in that kiss of love was won life's manumission. All was done. The mouth that kissed last, kissed alone. But in the former confluent kiss, the same was sealed, I think, by his, to words of truth and uprightness. The child's voice trembled, his lips shook, like a rose leaning over a brook, which vibrates though it is not struck. And who, I asked, a little moved, yet curious-eyed, was this that loved and kissed him last, as it behoved? I, softly said the child, and then, I, said he louder, once again, his son, my rank is among men. And now that men exalt his name, I come to gather palms with them, that holy love may hallow fame, or his memory live so. Mid these rude world praisers a word solitude. Me, a voice calleth to that tomb, where bees are strewing branch and bloom, saying, come near, and I come. Glory to God, resumed he, and his eyes smiled for victory over their own tears, which I could see, falling on the palm, down cheek and chin. That poet now has entered in the place of rest, which is not sin. And while he rests, his songs and troops walk up and down our earthly slopes, companioned by diviner hopes. But thou, I murmured, to engage a child speak farther, hast an age too tender for this orphanage. Glory to God, he saith. Knowledge by suffering entereth, and life is perfected by death. The end. And that was the end of A Vision of Poets by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay. I like this. Okay. Now I have to find something else for next week. Okay. Okay. Um, I like that too. Her I always like Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poetry. I love her works, and she writes writes all kinds of poetry, broadly like I do, and okay. Okay, here's a poetry form we'll talk about today. I found this on shadowpoetry.com. I know it's a ghost a poetry a ghost site, but it's still helpful. You can go on there, go to it, go to shadowpoetry.com, and it's still very valuable to me. You find all the poetry forms on there, and 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 all kinds of stuff right on there, and it's really awesome. Okay, and this poetic form I will talk about today is called Lento, Lento. Okay, the Lento, created by Lencio Dominic Rodriguez, and named after him, taken from his first name and rhyming it to cento. That's an existing form of poetry. A lento consists of two quatrains or a four-line stanza with a fixed rhyme scheme of A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E, and the second and fourth lines of each stanza must rhyme. All the first words of each verse should rhyme. There's no syllable structure to the lento, but keeping a good flowing rhythm is recommended. And that was the end of the lento. And I'd like to try this. I'm hoping I have time to do this week. And then if I do, I will surely definitely read it next week. I think that'd be fun to do. And plus, and there's nothing about mental. It don't say nothing about what the subject should be. So I guess it don't matter what your subject or what theme to write about. Okay. Okay. And the word for today, I found this on WordGenius.com, and you can go on WordGenius.com and sign up for it, and you get a word a day on in your email box. And it's very interesting. You get more than just a word a day. You get all kinds of articles about writing, about your all kinds of stuff, and it's really awesome. And I think they have crossword puzzles on it too, if I remember right. Okay, and today's word is I like when I saw this word, I had to do this because it's a unique word to me, and it's called sockdolager. Okay, sockdolager is spelled Sockdolager. To me, it's unique and it's a very interesting word. Okay, it's a noun. Origin is American English word in the mid 19th century. Definition: 1 is an exceptional person or thing. 2, a forceful blow. Example in a sentence: 1. All of the nominees tonight are well accomplished sockdolagers. 2. The baseball hit Randy with a sockdolager that knocked the wind out of him. Okay. And that was the end of sockdolager. Okay, they spelled Sockdolager. Okay. Okay. And and if anybody wants to come on here, I'm going to put the link up here if you want to come on here and read your poetry or talk or sing or have an instrument or play an instrument or you want to talk about your books or you have whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here. Okay, I'll put it on here on YouTube. Oh, okay. Um, okay, I should put it on page. Um, okay. Okay. I posted it on the screen. On YouTube, and I posted it on my page. And what I'm going to do, because I know after the 23rd, Well, Facebook going to make a lot of more changes too, but I don't know if they're going to let me keep putting on my Facebook profile. So I'm thinking about doing another page called the Potpourri Club Saturday Night Show. So I'm making sure that if they stop me from putting on my page, on my profile, I at least have another place to put it on Facebook. Because they already stopped me from putting on the group, on the Potpourri Club group. So I don't understand it because not the 23rd yet. So that's what I'll do. I'll have a page for it. That way, making sure it, y'all still be able to do it besides YouTube. Okay. And plus, I'm like I told you, I was still working on the oh how did I forget it? Um oh no um oh no well, you know um, I can't think of it now. Think of it right now. Well, okay. While I'm waiting, okay, while I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to come on, I do have some announcements. Okay, on April 23rd, at 8 o'clock. Okay, okay, I will be featured, and I'll be reading my poetry too on Michael Anthony Ingram's a show called King Essential Listening Poetry Online Radio and YouTube. It's April the 23rd, Tuesday night, and it'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And I hope it'll be about an hour 15 minutes, something like that. So I hope y'all can be there. Okay. And then on April 29th, okay. Oh, another thing. We're going to be, you're going to see through me on Zoom. So if anybody wants to come on Zoom and listen, I won't be able to see you all when you're on Zoom. So I will get that link out to you too, in case you want to be on Zoom and listen to me too. Okay, and you can ask questions too. Okay, and on April 29th, April 29th, Bob McNeil will be my guest on Have a Chat with Poet Noreen. Oh wow, I haven't had to set the time for it yet either. Okay, I got to get back with him about the time. I forgot all about that. Okay, okay, and okay, on the YouTube channels, you have Tom Cartwright. He's in his 70s. He lives in Indiana. If you want to hear what he has to say, he talk about all kinds of stuff on his show about different things. So go check him out, Tom Cartwright, on YouTube. Okay. Um, okay. Oh, I have two different channels on YouTube. One is at p.l.o.t.s. Creatives Magazine, and you leave the E out on the magazine, and 3160. Okay. She also has at Plots Podcast, all in capital letters, PLOTSPODCAST, at Plots Podcast. Okay. And Honey Holly has a YouTube channel too. Is at all in capital letters at HUNIEE.MP4. Okay. Um, And Elizabeth Castillo, she has a YouTube channel too, and it's called at Elizabeth Castillo Poet Author. And they're in small letters except E and Elizabeth and C and Castillo. And the rest is in small letters. Okay. And okay. And Nyla Alicia has a show called Speakeasy Cafe on Blog Talk Radio every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And she has a GoFundMe page. And please let us support her because she's been on the show for 17 years. And she haven't earned, she hasn't got enough money yet to keep the show going. And time is short. And we don't want to see this show go out because, you know what, this is Gary and I, our favorite show. And she's been on for 17 years. And you know, time. Long, long time. If you tell people, let other people know. Because I hate to see this go down. Because this is an awesome show. And it's a venue for us poets. We have a voice. So thank you, Nyla, for all you do. And thank you. Okay. And then Gina Storm has a show called Voices Behind the Pens. Gina Storm, Brother O, Enigmatic, and Nina Purple has a show called Voices Behind the Pens every Monday night from 9. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on talkshoe.com/show /poet-radio-station. And if you want to call in, you can call in to read your poems. And you also can call in to read your poems on Nyla Alicia's show, Speakeasy Cafe, too. Okay. And Gina Storm also has something going on about every night, and on her on either on Blog Talk Radio or on Clubhouse. So go check her out. Okay. And okay. And Honey Parker has a show called Poetic Expressions on Outworld Fleet Radio Station, and every Sunday and Wednesday from 11 p.m. to midnight. And there's other times too. I think it was Sunday at 11 a.m. and Wednesday at 4 a.m. And once you miss it, you won't be able to go back to it because it's not in the archives. Okay. And I think that she's going to have some new shows coming up. And she finally, and I'm going to congratulate Honey Parker because she finally got her home now, got her place to stay. So she'll be doing a lot of work. And so if you need a life coach, check out Honey Parker. She is, what's the word? She is, I would say, A-rated. I give her 5 stars for what she does. So check her out for the life coach. Okay. And Craig Kirkland has a show on his YouTube channel called Great Amazia. And it's every Sunday at 5 p.m. called the TDP Show with Amazia the Great. And he also has all kinds of stuff on his channel. He has poetry, his own poetry he reads. He has his own films. So go check him out. Craig Kirkland, a.k.a. the Amazia the Great. Okay. And there's something going on too on Plus Creative Magazine on Facebook. Elizabeth Castillo is doing it, and it's doing a haiku I forget the exact date it ends, sometime in March, in April, and about Mother Nature. So you make sure you put it in that link, where they have it at, and you can win. You could be a winner, win a certificate. Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes, see if anybody's going to come on here, and and remember, um, and anybody on here today will get a certificate. It came on, and you don't have, you only get one certificate. So if you give, like, let's say, well, you can get more than one certificate, but one certificate for being on here. Like, let's say you've been on here 3 times in April on the Poetry Club Saturday night show. We only on the Poetry Club, then you'll get a different certificate for that. And so, and like I say, I'm hoping I finish that by June, because it's a lot of work, and I didn't realize it till I started it. So, and I'm not going to give it up, and I think it'd be good, and I would love to see you all participate. So thank you all for participating. Mhm. Oh, remember, on my website, um, Jerry and Noreen Snyder dot wixsite / poetry. And if you go on there and sign up for the newsletter, you will be able to download a free ebook called the Hour of Truth. Let me put my website up there so you'll. Okay. Okay. I have it up here. Okay, and you get a free ebook once you um. Yeah. Okay, I have it on both my page, my profile page on Facebook, and also on YouTube. So check it out. Okay, and okay, I'll give it a few more minutes. Okay, okay, um, okay, okay, um, okay. Excuse me, you all. Okay. Um. Well, it don't look like anybody's going to come on here, so I will close it out. And thank you all. Remember, we have to have a happy poetry month again, once again. And y'all have a good evening, good weekend, and good week. And I will see y'all next Saturday. And God bless you, each one of you all. And I love you all, and so does God. And God loves you too. And remember, you're never too young or too old to live your dreams. And don't ever give up. No matter what your dreams are, keep pushing on. I believe in you. But most important of all, you have to believe in yourself. And I got to remember that too, to and provide in my life too. I had got to not give up too and keep pushing on. Okay. And okay. And I was going to say something else now. Um Oh yes, I'll be back on here after a while. After I have to get me some supper, then I'll be back on here on Facebook and answer everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay. Um, and remember, this coming Tuesday, I'll be on Michael Anthony Ingram's show. Okay. 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 I don't see nobody else want to come on here. So, and y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all next Saturday. Thank you all. It is awesome to see y'all here. Good night.